I mean, with the turn-based system, you'd almost be for sure to get, like... It's practically tool-assisted. You could get a frame-perfect speed run nearly every time if it was, one person doing it.
Oh, absolutely.
It certainly is tool-assisted.
Yeah. I don't know how. No one knows how. Even the people watching don't know how. Ornstein and the Smo certainly don't know how.
No, I'm surprised, actually. We were doing a local recording, but thank you, everybody who reminds Paul. The last time I saw them, they were running into walls for hours. Nope.
Does the game pause while voting? Yeah, it's actually, for me anyway, it's actually way less interesting to watch now. Because they'll be like, hubba-da-butt, and then freeze for like up to a minute and a half.
Oh yeah, it's so boring.
And then go da-da-da. And so, the video we were showing there, if you watch the clock up in the corner, it's like jumping ahead by minutes at a time, because that's a video of it happening with all the pauses removed. So, actually, Paul, could you show that? If you switch to credits and just turn off the credits thing so the music stops. So watch the clock here. Boom, minute 18, then that's seconds and minutes. So it's jumping ahead by 30 seconds to full minutes every time. And the person who edited this video together just took all that stuff out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No, officer, I wasn't breaking and entering. I needed the gasoline in the living room. Right?
Yeah,
right?
That seems like it actually would be a real legit problem.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, well, Castle-wise, yeah. I mean, the trailer is completely, everyone knows it's not going to look anything like that trailer. It's just that it's like a cinematic. It's meant to sort of get the idea across. But I think that it will be sort of like, there's a Pokemon at these coordinates. You know, you're so many meters from a Pokemon. And then you go and you're like, oh, I use my watch. Pokemon. And then it goes Pokemon and you get the Pokemon.
Yeah.
And then you eat the Pokemon? I'm not entirely sure. I don't play Pokemon. I don't know what you do at that point.
I was hoping that maybe there could be some augmented reality stuff. That would be super
That'd be super cool, but we actually have no idea
if
they will or not.
If it's by the team that made Ingress, they know what they're doing, which is good, right? So that's good. Somebody said, what shade is my lipstick? I can't remember, because it is my birthday month at Sephora, and so if you went in and bought something, you would get your free birthday gift, which in this case was 2 tubes of NARS lipstick. Now, for many people out there, I just may as well have just said blah, 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 blah. But for people who know their makeup, that shit's expensive. Mm-hmm. So it came in goth and regular, basically were the shades. So I decided to go with regular for CheckPoint. So I don't know, this color, which is slightly darker than my natural lip color. Look, makeup, it's subtle art.
A subtle art.
A subterfugal art.
The rare Pokemons will be in the middle of deserts or highway interchanges.
So once I see a Pokemon, I'm supposed to throw my phone at them, right? Yes. You just. Oh, there's the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh, Addie Pie says, I understood everything Kathleen said. Can confirm, good deal.
All right, there you go. Makeup is crazy. Makeup hella expensive.
Yes.
Makeup be crazy.
But I mean, it can last for a while.
Oh yeah, yeah.
An individual thing. So.
Yeah, good. Makeup is very expensive, especially nice makeup is very expensive, but it lasts for a long time. So your sort of individual unit cost per use is low.
Sorry, from Anubis. Makeup confirms subterfuge. This is news. It needs to be exposed. Makeup remover. Let's talk about the news.
Yay.
That we talked about, and also the news that we didn't talk about. You should all watch that Shigeru Miyamoto video. It's like a minute and a half.
It's super cute.
It's just fun to watch because he doesn't say a lot. He just sort of nods and think it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that the long-standing theory that Super Mario Brothers 3 was all a stage play was true.
Yeah.
Squid Wars.
I'm kind of disappointed feel bad for the people in the audience that play. I feel like it's a little repetitive.
When I'm playing, yeah.
I don't get it.
It's more like a student production when some people are playing.
Yeah. Like, here, I'm going to...
It's like this. I've been at this stupid place for like 8 hours.
So yeah, apparently this is also a ripoff of a Splatoon level as well.
It is. Like...
I haven't played Splatoon, but I know that people who have played Splatoon were extremely annoyed at this earlier. Apparently the music is awful.
Well, I turned it down because no one needs to hear it. But, like... So you're not even playing as squids, even though they say in the material that you can become the squiddiest kid on the block. But you're not playing as squids. The one video that they released did have you playing as Davy Jones, who from the Pirates of the Caribbean series, who I guess is the squiddiest thing they have.
Oh, this looks terrible.
But there's no ink. You're just, like, shooting this... It's...
Yeah, you're just like coloring the tiles. You're not even like splatting stuff around.
Oh yeah, this looks bad.
Like, why not call it Paint Wars? Well,
Yeah.
obviously the reason why you don't call it Paint Wars is because you're trying to
Because you're trying to get
tie
that Splatoon
into
money.
marketing. But like, there's nothing in it that actually is particularly squiddy at all.
I like how there's just like some things just also don't color.
Weird. So, yeah. So, I don't know what they were thinking there. All because the Disney Infinity account tweeted it yesterday, and all the responses to the tweet were like, really? Are you really? Lawsuit? Like...
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of debate about whether or not you can sue over game mechanics,
Yeah.
but this is something I remember because I actually was kind of involved in covering it.
No, that's an official thing, Eddie Pie. That's not like someone made it in Disney Infinity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other
that's
thing.
released as part of the latest Disney Infinity like content thing.
So here's the deal: proving IP ownership is very difficult because there's like, can you copyright game mechanics? However, I don't think this game mode is going to last long because I think Nintendo's going to be like, and it's not being well received or anything like that. So it behooves Disney just to bury it. But here's the deal: quite a few years ago, Spry Fox, everybody's favorite developer, put out a really popular game called Triple Town, and it was ripped off pretty shamelessly by a publisher and another developer with a ripoff called Yeti Town or something like that. It was basically the same. It was just, different sprites, but it was all the same game mechanics. And they sued them, even though you can't technically sue over a game mechanic. But they won. So it's obviously a different platform, different type of game, all of these things. However, that was a complete ripoff, where this is just ripping off the concept because you're not actually spraying the paint and swimming through it and stuff like that. However, there is some precedent that's been set for you can't just steal somebody's game idea.
I think, in some ways, like, they're probably actually safe because it's such a shitty port.
Yeah, sorry. What Halderamo just said is look and feel is copyrightable and grounds for a lawsuit. But but a reason they could get away with this is Disney claiming that it looks too crappy to be Splatoon.
And like the idea of coloring items in the world is not unique to Splatoon.
No, as someone mentioned here and someone mentioned online, the graffiti mode in Tony Hawk.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And the fact that you aren't splatting paint around, you're actually just like coloring the squares in the world
Beowulf.
is also so. I think they're fine from a legal perspective. It's just dumb.
Oh, Vorox, I have no idea then. I don't actually know where the fan calendar is. Sorry.
Because we do not maintain it. But I don't know. I don't think that it's going to be a lawsuit, but I think that at some point Nintendo might be like,
could you not on the Wii, please?
and
Could you not?
And probably Disney would be like, okay, Pongo Sapiens, and then somebody else,
C-Tab.
C-Tab.
Yeah. Still 2 more to get in with the Kathleen
Only
commercial
13
today.
subs. Why so few? Because, and then I will repeat this, because there might be some new people listening. Last week, we noticed there has, and this has been going on for a while, so it's not like anybody did it last week and they were the offenders or anything like that. But last week, I sort of noticed that we'd had a gradual creep of people resubbing before the stream starts to make sure they could get in with
Those
the first
sub-creepers.
15 and get the Kathleen commercials, which is fine. However, it meant that unless it's Bit Noir, unless you had showed up 15 to 20 minutes before the stream started, you weren't you had no chance of getting a sub commercial,
Nope.
which isn't exactly. I mean, like, if you have the time, it's great, but a lot of people are like, oh, well, the show starts at about 1 p.m., so I'll tune in at about 1 p.m., or maybe 12:55, and to already have that be, like, way too late is kind of, like, a crummy experience. So I said, hey, maybe hold off until we actually start CheckPoint, or our schedule to start CheckPoint, so people can get there at the time that they think that they need to get there and do their subs then, which I think is more fair.
Speaking of which, we're now cut off.
Yes. Tukuzoi. But hey, normally we were cut off before the show started.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I think isn't causing the cutoff give no chance of getting stuff can't show up in time. Huh?
AC Extravaganza, I don't understand the question.
Basically yeah, All Mankind I did. When you should
When
start
we go
subbing.
live.
When we go live, or at 1 p.m. when we're supposed to go live, right? I mean, because then you are going at the same time as everybody else, right? Everybody has the same expectation. Mm-hmm. And like I said, this is not like anybody who did it.
ABS.
Halderama, I did see the BFZ is reprinting Bucket Island. I'm so excited.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're reprinting
favorite island?
No, it's my favorite island and Cam's favorite mountain. Ooh. They're reprinting in the full art basics.
Oh, okay, that's the question. Yeah, AC Extravaganza, I just can't do more than, like, I did like 40 one day and I almost died. I had to have a lie down.
Yeah.
Oh, so the Riot Report card, that sounds fun. That was the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting idea. I just like that it's like, this is what's happening to you. This is why. Here's the proof that you did it.
Here's literally what you just said.
The apparently the big deal, like they used to actually send that info to people.
Yeah,
and they're
via
still
email.
doing email. But the idea here is that they're trying to reduce the amount of time between when the infraction happens and when they get informed about it, so that people can really be like, because they're saying that often, like in the heat of the moment in a fight or like in a match, people will say stuff, and then by the end time, once the email has got there where they're getting banned or whatever, they've forgotten that they had actually said, like legitimately forgotten that they had actually said that stuff. So.
Okay.
If you can't be here, that's tough.
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, that's just sort of how it goes. That you got to be here when it happens. I'm sorry. You can't like bank one to watch later. So.
I mean, every stream has different ways of welcoming subs. So feel free to go to, you can sub during other streams and they will do other things.
Yeah. I'm sorry that does not work for you. Like, obviously it doesn't work for everyone. However, I think overall the change is been positive for most people. It also means you don't have to, like, start watching progressively earlier and earlier. All right. Coming up with other news we didn't cover.
Right.
News we didn't cover. Yes.
Oh, right. So, well, we talked about Infinity Blade. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Some people are,
thing
like,
got
kind of,
canceled.
like, salty about that Riot thing, and they're like, oh, don't you remember the good old days when you could just F off? It's like, yeah, that's the thing. Riot doesn't want people to F off from their system.
Yeah.
They want people to keep playing and then therefore keep giving them money.
Yeah.
Right?
So there was an interesting story that wasn't necessarily specific news, but just sort of like a breakdown of sort of where Hearthstone is at right now. Because they've been adding more and more, actually when we were talking about it earlier, Paul called it Momir cards.
Yeah.
They've been adding more cards that's like... One of them for specific was, what was it called? Piloted... I don't play Hearthstone as much as I used to.
There's...
Piloted Shredder. So it's a 4-mana, 4/3 creature that when it dies, it summons a random 2-cost minion from the game.
From the game.
It doesn't... It's not a card from your deck. It's not even a copy of one that's in your deck. It's just a 2-cost creature that exists in Hearthstone.
And there's currently like 70-something options for what it could
84.
Summon. Oh, 84.
Okay, so that's really random because, a 2-cost creature, the vast majority of them are going to be pretty straightforward. But some of them are going to be not great. And some of them are going to be amazing and probably win you the game.
Yeah, and this happened recently this was a tournament, right?
I don't know if it was a tournament, but it was just a couple
was a
of big
game.
streamers fighting against each other.
And
pretty high end.
Basically, someone was in an unlosable position, and the other player killed their piloted shredder, and it made a creature that wiped the board, and then they lost, and they were in a position where they basically couldn't lose, but like the RNG was very strong.
So it's the idea that they.
We know piloted shredder's been in the game for a while. We know that because it was out it was gnomes versus goblins, or goblins versus
But
gnomes.
the idea is and in the new expansion that just came out this summer,
Has like the web
which is
spinner, which is
tournament-
kind of the same thing.
which
No,
is
it's,
tournament
different.
of champions or tournament of something, was the one that just came out this summer.
Good night, Caleb.
They've started, they've added more and stuff. So it's this idea that because of, as we see with Momir, when it's an online thing, and with Hearthstone it's online only, of course, and digital only.
So you can do just crazy stuff.
Yeah, they can do stuff that they couldn't actually do. Like when Hearthstone started, it could have been a paper game.
Yeah.
In fact, we did that story about a Chinese company who had basically printed out Hearthstone and was selling it as a paper game. Unofficially, it was a ripoff. It was not legal. But now, more and more, it's a thing that can only exist digitally.
Right.
And it is sort of interesting. Like we said, this isn't the story wasn't like, this is some big news. It was just sort of like this breakdown of this long form piece on here's what's up with Hearthstone.
So yeah, Hearthstone basically, as opposed to going like the route of like most TCGs, Magic, obviously, we'll just compare it straight to Magic. That's the one that's sort of like the biggest one. Magic does a lot of work to sort of minimize randomness in the game because it's supposed to be a game of skill. In fact, they just changed the mulligan rule. Like if you pick up a hand of cards and you don't want to keep any of them, normally you just throw back 6. You throw it back and then you draw 6, then you draw 5. But they just changed the mulligan rule that once you've decided to keep your 6, then you get to look at the top card of your library and either choose to keep it there or put it on the bottom of your deck if it's not helpful to you. And that is designed to reduce randomness in the game because the point of Magic, or at least the game design point that they're trying to make, is that it's a game of strategy and skill. And
with randomness, they don't hide that. They're not like it's not a random game.
No, but they want to reduce the kind of randomness that is unfun to the player, like where you get randomness that's completely out of your control and you can't play around. But Hearthstone, because it's completely digital, has gone the other way, being like, but you could have any card from anything pop into your deck, because there's no physical restriction, so we should embrace this randomness and use it to make a unique game space for us. I think that's interesting. I personally, as a more strategic player, don't like the idea of randomness in my game.
No.
It's also, it's also one of those things where having the randomness probably makes it more entertaining for viewers.
Definitely,
because you can have these cool swings go on, and they're saying like it does create more sort of stories, right? Like it creates more exciting things happening in a game. Sometimes bad, sometimes good. And the Hearthstone developers have decided that the bad feels that people get if you get blown out by something that is just a random thing is worth the positive aspects are worth the negative stuff. So it's just kind of an interesting, and obviously, as with Magic, the more hardcore Hearthstone players are less interested in the random stuff. Whereas, because the random stuff, by its nature, does it have sort of a leveling of the playing field aspect to it. And so, like, hardcore Magic players don't like coin flip cards, don't like the more sort of random Magic cards, and Hearthstone players are the same.
Thank you, the Diet Coke.
Anyway.
We are big fans of Corpline as well. Phoenix Melior, yes, our spoiler card comes out tonight. Later this afternoon. Don't worry about it. All right, some other stories. someone made a DeLorean mod for Grand Theft Auto 5, like
Which
Back to
isn't-
the Future.
And I was like, what? But it's not as cool as
Well,
you'd think
okay,
it
so they
would
made
be.
the DeLorean, so that's cool.
Yeah.
And what you can do is you can set the clock in the DeLorean to a different time of day, like within GTA, and then you get up to 88 and you go boom, and leave the flaming tire tracks, and then reappear at that time of day in the same place, and everything's moved. All the people have moved, and the cars are different, and the lighting's different, and everything, which is neat. But
It's. I mean, they
from
can't
a gameplay perspective, not a lot.
Yeah, I mean, they can't like send you back to cowboy times or
No.
something.
I mean, yeah, it's just not in the game.
Yeah.
But oof, thump.
Still awesome. It's the part of the reason why it's awesome is the fact that you have to go up to 88 miles an hour and it gets to it doesn't just teleport you. You have to actually do the whole process.
I think that's really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
All right. Let's see. What else did we do?
Oh, John Dare, I assure you, all the laughter in Corpline is legit.
That's real.
But, we record for like an hour, and then it gets crushed down to 15 minutes. Because there's a lot of down moments where it's like, okay, well, what should we do now?
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, oh, let's have someone phone in. Okay, cool, and we'll be like discussing what's about to happen. And sometimes the laughter will be trimmed, will be like cut down, but it's certainly not canned.
Yeah.
There was one break that I really wanted to leave into this. Oh, Gesundheit. There was a break I wanted to leave in this week's episode, but it ruined the flow, which was just when during the sports section when Chet talks about Dale Chuzzle, I think it was. And I'm like, well, everyone here is rooting for the Chuzzler, and Alex just lost it and was just like, the Chuzzler. But it didn't fit, right? It just didn't.
You don't want
Ruin the flow.
You don't want the full hour.
No.
Because the full hour is the writing process is essentially we sit around, we sort of brainstorm. It's like, all right, well, I mean, we need to go to Derek. What is Derek going to be doing? He's at a restaurant.
Yeah.
We need to go to. We'll have a caller, and maybe what's the name of the, well, Kathleen, you could be the caller this week. That is about it, right? And then when we actually get there, it's like, we're sort of recording. It's like, oh, what's the name gonna be? And we throw some names back and forth, figure out what the name is gonna be, and then so you have a little bit of time to prepare, but it's not.
Clever video game reference. That got auto timed out. Or that message got auto purged because you mentioned Etsy, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's first warning, auto detected spam. So that was an auto thing. Sorry about that. Oh, don't don't spam card. And Corp's got a warning for it as well. So there we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something saying, and I'm sure.
We'll get it behind the scenes.
Yeah,
for
I'm sure a loading time will involve Corpline at some point.
Yes, definitely.
There's a new mobile analytics platform that is aiming to help developers sort of find the high. Well, the term is whales. The people who spend a lot of time and money on mobile games. Right now, they actually have no analytics for how much money they spend because. How would they be able to find that out? But they do have, based on publicly available stuff like Game Center statistics and everything, things for how much time people are spending on games. So that's kind of interesting because it's actually the first sort of.
Now, but here's the thing. All of these game companies, if I make a game, I absolutely have a way to track how much time and money a whale is spending in my game.
Yeah,
Well,
individual companies.
This is intra-game though.
This is over all games.
And so you'd be you can look at what other games are doing, right?
You can be like, oh, this person is a whale, but only for this type of game.
Also, the fact that the name of the analytics company is Whaley, it's just obviously there's lots of mobile game analytics software out there.
Hi, Featherweight.
And there's lots of different things, lots of ways people track this stuff. But just having a company that's the name of our company is Whaley, or
Yeah.
Wally or whatever, And we are explicitly about finding these people and draining them dry as much as possible. That is what we're going to help you do. It's just more, shall we say, blatant. You know, that's the implication of all the other all the analytics companies. But this company is just kind of more upfront about what they're trying to do.
Yeah. Laserbeak specific. It should be Whaler. WALR.
Oh yeah.
And
Whaler.
their logo should be like an old fisherman guy with like a sou'wester on.
Call me Ishmael.
Exactly.
Machine Zone and Kabam have resolved their trade lawsuit. You might have heard me talking about it. I think on episode 200.
I think it was last
Yeah,
week.
about some people who got real drunk at Casual Connect, and I kept making all these references to how much alcohol is at Casual Connect, which is still
A lot.
so much. I have never wanted to be like, wow, when the revolution comes, you guys are going to be the first people up against the wall, like in much seriousness, until I went to a party that had rented the entire Seattle Aquarium and stuffed it with free open bars.
Wow.
Speaking of whales.
That's impressive.
No, and then I was hanging out with my coworkers. This is back in like 2012 when I still worked at Inside Mobile Apps doing this kind of stuff and covering these things. And Mike and AJ and I were all hanging out. And Mike and I were having a friendly drinking competition, as one does. And Mike decided...
rapidly becomes not friendly.
Well, no, because, see, Mike made the crucial mistake of going with the sugary drink.
Oh,
Where
no.
if I'm going for a drinking competition, it's just basically straight alcohol and maybe a mixer. And I will drink as much water as I can between rounds.
Yeah.
Because I know how to not kill myself. And so Mike was so hungover the next day because he was drinking lemon drops.
Also,
And I think I was drinking, like, vodka soda.
I've said this before. This is like, it's a mobile and or casual game trade conference.
Yes.
The name is Casual Connect. And I'm like, that's not a good name.
No.
That puts in my mind a totally different kind of...
It sounds like a singles website.
There you go.
Yes.
It does. And
I
so
mean,
like...
maybe that also happens.
Yeah.
Oh,
And so
with all
like
the
you still
alcohol and so
sometimes...
forth.
Like you still sometimes get like the booklets. They're like Casual Connect. And it's like, this looks weird in the mail.
Oh, Lig 600 said, "Who's female here?" I don't think there's any females here.
Females.
The
Female, give me
Friendly.
umox. That's all I can think of.
So anyway,
They
the
resolved their
result of that
lawsuit.
story is they're like, yeah, we resolved it.
Don't worry about it.
This situation is like it has been
They have amicably resolved the matter.
yes, which is one of those things where it's like something happened behind closed doors.
Pardon me. And last thing today. This is kind of cool. There's a game on Steam called Cross of the Dutchman. It's an action adventure that has papercraft DLC. So it's $1, and then you get this thing that you can print out and make a papercraft guy with. Let me show you what it looks like. This. You get a papercraft this dude.
That's kind of cool.
The system requirements. The minimum requirements are a decent printer, a good pair of scissors, and paper glue. And the recommended requirements are a decent... it's the same. Anyway.
They should really have made the recommended, or like the like recommended requirements, like a good printer.
Like good printer, good card stock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Minimum requirements is like printer, cardstock, glue, scissors.
Yeah.
Recommended requirements: color laser printer, really nice scissors.
Or like X-Acto knife.
Heavy card stock, X-Acto knife. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the idea though that it's like, you know, all sorts of games have the special edition game that comes with the figurine.
Mm-hmm.
This is like sort of the equivalent,
Yeah.
but in kind of an
99
indie,
cents.
kind of an indie way. It's like we have the layout for a figurine. You just have. It's like giving you like giving you like a rapid prototyping. 3D printer model of like the figurine.
Yeah.
And it's like you can all print your own figurine.
Didn't The Witcher 3 have this kind of stuff as pre-order bonus? Yeah, maybe.
Probably. I can't. That was a long time ago. I don't remember.
I would like that 3D printing kind of tech. Just like do the thing. Actually, what I want This is completely unrelated. You remember that? I can't remember what it was called. The thing where you could print out, like, get a 3D like sculpt of your World of Warcraft character. Like they did that Penny Arcade comic about it with like, I got you one of these things, and then Taika was like, I got you a coupon to get your character printed, and then Gabe was like, damn it, now I have to grind for better gear so my character doesn't look like an idiot.
Ha!
Right.
Right? I really want one of those things for Destiny. I don't know why they haven't done that yet. Yeah, right. Figure prints. That's what it was called. Why didn't I remember that it was called figure prints?
Because it happened years ago.
I assume they're still around.
Do they do Destiny stuff?
I don't know. Do they?
I mean, I'm assuming it's a matter of how to extract the model from the game.
That's available. It's in the API. Figureprint, World of Warcraft, Minecraft. I mean, if you're gonna pick two games, those are good games to pick.
God, but that would be
The Minecraft one, you can do like a world that you've built. You can print a whole chunk in Minecraft.
Oh, look at that.
That's amazing.
I'm just looking at the...
You can print a chunk. Sorry, I'm only just seeing this now.
I'm assuming
Does James know about this?
I'm assuming that that they're working on that technology.
That'd be really... I think the Minecraft one would be great if you're like a parent. Because you know how kids love Minecraft, right? And like they made something and they were so proud
I'm
of
aware
it.
that kids love Minecraft, yes.
Well, I'm told that children like Minecraft.
True.
I'm trying to stay hip. And then, like, if they'd made something and they were really proud of it, you could, like, save it forever. Because obviously Minecraft is ephemeral. And, you know, they're not always going to have the same game, or they'll get bored, or whatever. Or, you know, some griefer will come along and wreck it. But then they have, like, a little record of this thing that they worked really hard on. I think that's really nice.
Nice.
I don't know if kids actually want a physical copy of something they made in the digital world, but...
Solon's 181. Thoughts on Quiet's breathing system for Metal Gear. I guess we didn't do that as a story. It's not really a story. It's also kind of maybe a spoiler. Basically, there's a story excuse,
For her
and
to
I
be
say
dressed like that.
excuse in Metal Gear Solid 5 for why Quiet is dressed the way she is, and I think general consensus is that it's like fine, but that's dumb. It's just like, honestly, most of what I've seen is everyone would have more respect for it if Kojima was just like, she's dressed like that because it's hot and I wanted to put a mostly naked woman in the game. And people would be like,
I mean...
Okay, buddy, whatever.
I feel like that might be one of those things that, like...
Yeah, Krieger
somebody
Santa
made
says headset is off for spoilers. That's a really good reason to not do that story, is because a lot of people are still playing that game and don't want spoilers.
It's barely a spoiler, but yeah.
So
Well,
maybe somebody made him put that in. Like, I mean, in the other... Like,
Well, no, because it actually like connects to like previous characters is the thing. Like, it's actually like...
But it's like other Metal Gear games have had all sorts of, you know, stuff. Hideo Kojima likes to put scantily clad ladies in his games.
Which is fine.
With no... like, they've done that...
But...
They've done that without any explanation before, so
Yeah.
why don't they just keep doing it?
But the explanation is so like... Seriously? Anyway.
Yeah.
It's like the old, Power Girl. She couldn't think of anything she couldn't think of a good emblem to put on her outfit, so she just left that as a circle, as an empty circle, which is why she has the boob window. That's the canonical explanation for it.
Did you see, because we didn't, I don't think this would have been between last week and now, that you can, I didn't realize that you can play as like any of the people you like rescue or Fulton in that game. And there's a mission fairly early on, I actually don't know, where you rescue a female soldier and take her back to Mother Base, and then you can play as her for the rest of the game. So you can actually just, and she's got all the same moves as Snake. She doesn't have a bionic arm, but they did a whole story about it. That like, you can play as a woman if you want. Mm-hmm. It's neat. Anyway.
All right, no more Metal Gear talk. Because people are like, well, it's like barely a spoiler. But the thing is, there are some people who really enjoy the process of playing through a game and not knowing a lot about it.
Yeah.
So let us respect their wishes.
I'm going to try so hard to go into the Taken King raid without having watched the Taken King raid in Destiny.
I believe you.
Because I watched the crap out of the other ones, like people streaming them. I'm going to try really hard to like...
When's the Taken King come out?
Tonight. At 2 a.m. The raid doesn't come out until Friday.
Okay.
And I'm out of town, and you can't... There's no way you're going to be able to play the raid right away. Like you'll have to like level up. I'm gonna take my time with the story, but I'm gonna like go in pretty slowly, I think. So anyway, Kathleen.
Oh, Dandy Geek and Foxmar, who are the two people that you probably play with the most. And, same here. We're going in blind, so there you go.
Nice.
So no spoilers for any of those people.
Yeah.
Let them enjoy the discovery of the game.
Exactly.
That's why I'm like super anal retentive whenever we talk about Persona 4, because Heather is still playing through that game for the first time and just super into it because it was really good. And I'm always like, chat, no fucking spoilers. Because that game is a mystery. And the joy of playing it a lot of the time comes from when you're like, what? At least I really enjoyed it.
Yep.
So.
Okay. Kathleen.
Yes.
Are you ready to welcome people today?
Yes.
All right then. First up, first person to sub today, Admiral Mamo with a
Admiral
20-month
Mamo.
resub.
Oh, well.
No, Heather's playing Persona 4 off stream.
Off stream.
She's just playing.
Yeah, she got her Zelda Vita, so she has the golden edition. She's never played it before. Just don't say anything to her about the story. She's playing through it quite quickly, but, you know, I mean, she's not here and she's probably not watching, so it was like, really, like, so I had to stop.
Don't say anything.
I had to stop the last Magnum rewatch. Yeah, that's true. I gave a spoiler warning though.
Yeah. She's not watching, so it's probably we can say all stuff and then just see
No,
like,
I'm not
Lunar
saying
Jade.
anything.
Damn you!
Yeah, I'm not saying anything, but yeah, just don't ruin games for people if they're really enjoying it.
Just don't be a dick.
Exactly.
All right. Admiral Mamo, 20-month resub.
Admiral Mamo, hey everybody, are you looking for a moderator for your chat room? Have you considered Admiral Mamo? Well, stop considering it because you can't have him. He's our mod. I mean, I guess you can talk to him. It's not like an exclusive arrangement where he's like signed up.
Heather is watching. Whew.
I am watching. Well, that's why I didn't say anything.
There you go.
Anyhow, it's not like we have him in some sort of exclusive, like, serf lord relationship here where he is, like, obligated to till our mod fields and we will give him some sort of mod protection, but realistically we don't do much and he's just, you know, very beholden to us. You know what? I actually have been thinking a lot about medieval times. I've been listening to a podcast about medieval times and they really sucked.
Do you mean literal
Like a
medieval
lot.
times or the restaurant?
Both, actually.
Oh.
Both are terrible. Anyhow, if you want a mod for your chat room...
Relationship.
Well, medieval times is more of a surf and turf relationship. But if you want a mod for your chat room, think about Admiral Mabel and then keep on moving.
Wow.
Yes.
Later, Ray.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm glad to till mod fields if you paid me. But that's the thing. Serfs didn't get paid. They had to give. They had to
pay for it, actually.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Tithes.
The idea was that they would be protected.
Yeah.
In times of war. Which sort of worked. All right. Apparently he guffawed about my surf and turf puns. That was pretty funny, though.
No, yeah, that was good.
All right. Laserbeak's Fury is next.
Laserbeak's Fury with a 24-month resub, the 2 years.
What?
Laserbeak's Fury.
2-year anniversary.
I like your relevant picture. That's good. Picture of Laserbeak. Yeah, Surf, basically a college intern.
Yeah.
Although a college intern's probably a little lower down on the food chain.
All right. 1 second. And 2 months. Laserbeak's Fury. Hey, everybody. Laserbeak's Fury here has been subscribing to our channel for 2 years. That's 24 months. You know what you can do in 2 years? You could grow probably some asparagus. I think asparagus has a long growth cycle. That might be more productive than watching this channel for 2 years.
Really?
Other things that you can do. Let's see. You could have... Oh my goodness, you could have 2.5 children. You could literally grow 2.5 children. Because, like, one kid is 9 months, and then the other kid is 18 months. And so that leaves 6 months. That's the 2.5 average children that most people have.
Is it safe to chain it that quickly?
The point being, you could technically do it. Maybe you could hire someone to have the 0.5 of a children to give yourself a rest. You could earn a 2-year degree. You could go to Sprott-Shaw College. Oh my goodness, you could tighten up the graphics on level 3. How long does it take to grow asparagus?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
I heard it was like...
Depends on how well you want to grow it, I guess.
I'm checking.
Is a perennial plant. Okay.
Well, that's okay.
That's 2.6666 children. 2 2/3 children. Harold Romo says you could fail to publish this effing paper. We're learning a lot about asparagus. Anyhow,
I'm trying to.
Laserbeak's Fury, thanks for subscribing for 2 years. We know you could have done a lot better things with your 2 years, but you chose to spend it with us, and we actually really appreciate your support. Thank you. It brings you this, and this is, like, super valuable.
There's an extensive section in the Wikipedia entry for asparagus on effects on urine.
I feel like we've discussed that many times.
Have we?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
great.
If anybody doesn't know the asparagus pea effect, you can... I'm sure somebody in chat will explain it to you.
I just can't believe that there's some people who it does affect their urine, but they can't smell it.
So sad.
I know.
Oh, and now I have to tell this stupid story. It's a
No,
very
you
short
don't.
story.
You don't. We can just keep going.
All right.
Intrepid Colin with an 8-month resub.
Intrepid Colin. Wait. Oh, I thought that said Intrepid Colon for a second.
Colin. I'm sure he gets that a lot. Don't do that.
Yeah, I was going to. All right. Hey, everybody, are you looking for a man who is going to go out and do a thing and do that thing in an intrepid manner and, lead the way and fight the good fight and do all that kind of stuff that you don't want to do because, honestly, you have better things to do like not getting hurt and not putting yourself in harm's way and just generally not attracting attention? Well, why not talk to Intrepid Colin? That's right, his name is Colin and he is ready to lead the charge. No matter how dumb or suicidal or incredibly dangerous, he is intrepid and honorable and brave and disposable. Hire him today for your needs.
Whoops, I forgot to... There we go.
Intrepid Colin.
All right.
All right.
Malk
Malk.
with a 12-month resub, the 1 year.
1 year of Malk.
Malk.
Which always makes me think of The Simpsons. Let's see. That's my thinking noise.
Okay.
We went over that last week.
While you're thinking, the story is just that Kathleen's old roommate had whatever gene makes his pee smell, but didn't have whatever it was that made him smell it.
Yeah, there's two separate genes at play with asparagus.
So he just went pee, and Kathleen was the one to discover that the bathroom then smelled like a tire fire.
And I tried to explain this to him. I was like, "Are you okay? Do you need to see a doctor?"
He had no idea.
He didn't. He thought I was having an olfactory hallucination, and he's like, "No, do you need to see a doctor?" And then we had to look it up because we.
Like, let's both go see a doctor and he'll decide.
Yeah.
Well, we eventually.
One of us needs to see a doctor.
We eventually figured out it was due to the asparagus, but it was like a weird couple of hours when we were trying to figure out. I was like, "Are you sick?" And he's like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Why does this smell like flaming rubber?
And he's like, "I don't smell that. Are you having a stroke?"
Yeah. Under toast. I have the same genetic quirk. Cilantro tastes like soap. Can't stand it. Apparently it's just supposed to taste fresh. No, it tastes like soap. I have the same thing as you.
Yeah.
We each need to see half a doctor. Anyway, sorry.
All right.
Malk.
Hey, everybody, are you looking for a cheap milk substitute, but you've tried Malk? And you've tried Malk, but you were like, wow, I'm not okay with all the cancer I got from Malk. Why not try our newest product, Malk Light? That's right. It's Malk, but with refreshing aspartame mixed in. Because we figured, why are people drinking a milk substitute? It's not because they like the taste. It's because they're trying to cut calories. That's right. So Malk Light will do that for you because it's made out of all the same 100% pure powdered magnesium that milk is made out of. But we've cut out all the sugar and the high fructose corn syrup and the Mexican Coke that we were mixing in for flavor. Now it's just pure magnesium and water and aspartame. That's right, milk. When you have someone you want to murder.
Also, don't light it on fire, or it could be very dangerous.
Highly flammable. Incantatio.
Ooh, incantatio.
Don't-
Incantatio.
However you want to pronounce it. With a 25-month resub. Welcome
Wow,
back.
25 months of incantatio. Hey everybody, are you looking to learn some cool real magic? Come on down to Incantatio's House of Spells. That's right, I will teach you how to do sleight of hand. For example, watch me make this phone disappear. Goodbye! Oh my goodness, how magical! Oh wait, that's okay, I can make it reappear. Ta-da! It's like it just showed up before your eyes. Graham, would you like your phone back?
Please.
Nope, magic is gone. Hooray! Incantatio's House of Magic. Come and learn how to do cool hex spells.
Watch. Make this man appear. Make a man appear. Not this man. There's no man there. Make him appear.
Ha!
Surprise! It was me all along.
Magic! Fling.
The great part about that trick is it works in person all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love the crap shot we did with Andy. With like, I'm gonna make this disappear, and then Alex runs in the green screen suit, takes
Yeah.
the thing and leaves.
Yeah.
But James is wearing a green shirt, and Andy's like, "Is that gonna work with this guy's shirt?"
Well, actually, this asshole
Yeah,
shirt.
is that gonna work with this household shirt?
It's so funny because it's so needlessly rude.
Yeah.
Green
Next.
fabric.
Are you ready for the next one?
Yes.
Chef of Death.
Oh my goodness.
But death spelled like Megadeth.
All right.
In that there's no A.
Well, that is not going to really come up in the commercial.
I didn't imagine it would, but I thought I'd mention it. It's a new subscriber. Welcome to the channel, Chef of Death.
Great username, too. All right. Are you looking for an extreme restaurant experience? And you've had things like bone marrow and ossobuco, which is also just bone marrow. It's a different thing. Don't worry about it. And sweetmeats and organs and all of that like crazy foodie stuff. But you are looking for the next level of food braggery. Come on down to Chef of Death.
Chef of Death.
That's right. Every night we kill one patron randomly.
Randomly.
Is it because we serve you delicious fugu? No, it's because we just stab you in the head with one of our incredibly sharp knives.
Sharp knives.
That's blood. Like that. It's sorry.
It's artisanal
With that
blood.
deep, it'd probably be arterial, so it's more like. Meanwhile, I'm going.
That's right, nothing's more hardcore than possibly dying because your meal was so cool.
So cool.
All right, Chef of Death, come on down today. We're open for lunch and dinner, but we closed for a couple of hours in between to resharpen our knives.
Resharpen our knives.
Oh wow.
Chef of Death is now opening a restaurant.
Death Clock, by the way. Chef of Death, DETH. For
Yeah.
Death Clock, not for Megadeth. It's spelled the same in both cases, but
They're
it's specifically mentioning Death Clock. Styx Abuser.
You know Ash has a death clock tattoo?
I do. She has a bunch of fan art of Death Clock up on her walls. Styx Abuser with a 14-month resub. Styx Abuser, welcome back.
Hey everybody, are you looking for some sticks? Come on down to Styx Abuser Sticks Warehouse. We've got all sorts of sticks for all sorts of uses, not just abuse. That's right. Do you need some sticks to plant in your garden? Or maybe just beat your neighbor about the head and face with? We can help you in both cases. We're actually probably better at helping you in the second case, but we're not here to judge if you just need like a trellis or something like that. So come on down to Styx Abuser Warehouse where we're going to take a stick and we can beat you with it. Well, actually, that's more like a sex thing. We're not really into that, but if you want to do that on your own time, I guess that's also okay. But also trellises and other legitimate uses for sticks. Come on down today and get some sticks.
I'm gonna plant some sweet peas down here.
That's really more. I mean, that's more neighbor abuser than stick abuser, in a lot of ways.
Do they also sell lube? No. They sell sticks.
Star Shock 2002
Oh.
with a 21-month resub. Star Shock 2002.
That sounds like a sweet wrestling gimmick.
Mm.
This Sunday, come down to the Victoria Dome and see the WWE coming to town with all new wrestlers. That's right, we've got new gimmicks and are trying them out here in a non-televised market where people, if that's really bad, it'll get on social media, but it won't be like the worst. It's not like that time that... Was that wrestler who came out who had like the funky backup dancers and appeared for like two shows? It was like a dance. It was very recent.
Oh, Brodus Clay?
Brodus Clay. It's not going to be a Brodus Clay situation if
Yeah.
we debut someone here. Whatever happened to that guy?
They let him go because creative didn't have enough for him or whatever. He went to TNA for a while. I actually don't know what he's up to now.
No Brodus Clay situation. So come on down this Sunday at the Victoria Dome to see Star Shock 2002. That's right. He's the wrestler from out of space, but also the past. That's right. He's all worried about Y2K millennial bugs and doesn't know what Minecraft or a smartphone is. But he's also from space. What a gimmick. Maybe we shouldn't let Vince write things anymore. He might be senile. Come on down this Sunday.
Mez79, you don't know what you're talking about. That's not even anywhere approaching the high watermark for a Magic stream on Twitch. Also, Magic is primarily a paper game, and it's hugely popular on paper. Magic and Hearthstone aren't actually competing. You don't have to make it a one or the other thing. Magic's making tons and tons and tons of cash in the paper game. Their digital side is not as good, but I don't know why you're so...
Yeah.
I don't know why you're so butt blasted about this.
Hearthstone does digital. Magic does both, but mostly paper. They are both different games, and you can enjoy or dislike either of them, and it's fine.
Magic used to be what? No. Magic's consistently in the top 20 on Twitch, but it's like maybe it was number 5 in a month.
I mean, where Magic is on Twitch is largely dependent on where League of Legends, Dota, and the Heroes or whatever,
The whole world of MOBAs
there's
are.
like 5 or 6 games that are always in the top chunk, right? And then it's like whatever the latest Call of Duty that came out is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The point being, yeah.
That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that there's only 400 people currently watching Magic. None of the big Magic streamers are on right now. And that has no bearing on the popularity of the game, dude. You don't know what you're talking about.
Just let's remember, sometimes there are things that you don't like.
That's fine.
And that's okay.
You're allowed to not like Magic.
But just because other people like them doesn't mean that you have to argue with them. Let's just all accept that it's a beautiful, large world where everybody has diverse interests, and we can all get along despite that.
Yeah.
All right.
Schlitzwhistle.etsy.
Oh dear.
Schlitz. I do like Schlitzwhistle.
It's a good name.
Is that a reference to?
No.
This is from today's Corp Line.
Corp Line? Oh.
Yeah.
Or yesterday's Corp Line, yeah. The current episode of Corp Line.
Yeah. All right. Anyhow. Okay. So we're not journalists. Did it?
Don't.
Sorry. Now it's like, fine. Okay. Slitchwitzel.etsy. I guess I got to do this in her voice. All right.
You don't have to.
I mean,
but
I think
you
it's
could.
better.
All right.
I think it's better. Hi, everybody. My name is Lorna Slitchwhistle, and if you're around a lot of Wi-Fi's, you've probably noticed some things that I have noticed. Like maybe it's interfering with your circadian rhythms, or maybe if you keep bees like all goddess defenders should. That's the goddess of the sun who gives us so many wonderful things, flowers and moonlight and absinthe and marijuana. Anyhow, thank you, sun goddess. If you are around a lot of Wi-Fi's and you know that it's really bad, You know what you need is you need to cleanse yourself with a crystal. That's right, crystals are like the sun goddess's natural healing band-aids, but they're sharp and pointy, so maybe don't put them into an open wound like you would do with a band-aid. I guess you put a band-aid on a wound. Anyhow, if you are looking for some magical crystals to protect yourself from weefies, I would come on down to my Etsy store, where I sell all sorts of things that have been blessed by the sun goddess. May Gaia be with you. And if you found that annoying, and you want to laugh at that character being stupid,
There's more.
There's more on Corpline. Praise the
feel like-
sun.
It's like, if you found that annoying,
Yeah.
you
There's
can
more
buy
of them.
my CD full of annoying impressions.
Yeah.
Characters that you
Poor
will hate.
bees.
Is Paul's show still on tonight? Yeah, it's on in about 50 minutes.
Yes.
50 minutes.
Yeah, I think she's
So, we know Gaia is not the sun goddess. This character
this
does
character is
not.
stupid.
Yeah.
Like, no.
It's don't worry about it.
I hate these kind of people. It comes from a very real place in my heart.
Earthen One has just subscribed.
What the hell are weefies?
It's Wi-Fi. She's just
Wi-Fi.
crazy. Earthen One has subscribed. Welcome, Earthen One, to the channel.
Earthen One. Or Earthy Nun? No, it's Earthen One. Let's see. Earthen One. Hey everybody, are you looking for something to protect your home or your castle, or maybe just a place that you happen to live for temporarily? Come on down to Earthen One's House of Berms. That's right. We've got berms in all sizes and shapes. What's a berm? It's a pile of earth. That's why it's Earthen One's House of Berms. Our house is not made of berms, but it is surrounded by berms for extreme protection from things like floods or fires that spread underground or zombies that can't climb hills. Berms are good for a lot of things. Everybody come on down to our House of Berms. We've got a lot of berms to sell you. It's just a bunch of dirt piled up in our yard. Please take it away.
A lot of berms.
Berms.
But it's not just like one pile of dirt. It's all separated out.
Yeah.
Corn Pop. Yeah, there's actually two playlists. There's a playlist on our YouTube channel, and there's a playlist on the Wizards YouTube channel, and I think ours is more up to date. But honestly, Corn Pop, if you want, the best place to find all the episodes is... I'm going to find you a link. Just a moment. Can you link to a search as
Amaterasu
well?
a sun goddess?
Possibly.
No, Adipai and me are like on the same page. And Indigo Vitare. Amaterasu, Japanese sun goddess.
Right.
So they're all right there, Corn Pop as well. But if you want to, if you do want a YouTube playlist, there's one on our YouTube channel.
Right. So that's all the MTG stuff, but it will also pick up some of the drafts that Graham and James have done. So you might have to search for Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of berm,
Berm.
I'm gonna burb.
Wow.
Be right back.
What a sequitur, Paul.
Yeah.
LRR, your spoiler's actually playable this time. That's not our spoiler card.
No.
It looks sweet, but that's not ours.
No, that's just a new spoiler that came out today.
Yeah, did we link to that?
It came up in the chat. Somebody linked to it in the chat.
But did we tweet it?
Well, I mean, I guess we could have tweeted about it, but it doesn't look like we did. Nope.
No.
Yeah, that's not actually our spoiler card.
We will have a spoiler card though. Very soon.
Later today.
Um,
Next Friday nights is this Friday.
Woo! Oh, that's Blake's spoiler.
during the day,
Oh, sweet.
not at night. All right. I'll see y'all in
45 minutes.
45 minutes
I got it, don't worry.
to do
It's up
some things on my stream. Gonna be playing some more Enslaved Odyssey to the West
Nice.
Woo!
with Monkey and Trip.
What's her face?
Trip.
Trip.
Yeah, Trip. Going on their Odyssey in a
To
counter-easterly direction.
going to the west.
All right. See you in a bit.
Later.
All right.
Detour, it'll be this afternoon. We don't actually know exactly when we're going to be able to release it yet because I still got to like do it. So yeah, we'll be shooting it basically during Paul's stream. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't even worry about it.
Everything's fine.
Don't even worry about it.
There will be a Friday Night's DVD, Zinran. There's already a DVD for the original miniseries of 4 episodes, and the episode of our own show that like started Friday Nights. But then we got 2 more seasons of it that we need to like put on DVD.
Yeah.
We're a little behind.
Yeah, we're
worry
kind
about
of busy though.
Beowulf with a 25-month resub. Beowulf.
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 There's no L.
Hey everybody, are you looking for some cool dogs to protect your house, or maybe just hang out and be your dogs, like your dogs, D-A-double-G, dogs, like a Snoop Dogg kind of contact? Come on to Beowulf's house of really cool dogs. That's right, they're not any kind of particular breed, they're just cool. Like this dog here, he's just super chill. Hey dog, what's your name?
Woof.
That's right. See? So chill. That's right. He's not gonna, like, get up into too much biz or, like, bark a lot unless, like, there's a reason for him to bark, and then maybe then he'll just come on and be like, what's up? Woof. Yeah, that's right. Cool dogs. That's right. We've got a small dog over here. The small dog's name is, what's your name, small dog? Barf. That's right. It's so cool. So laid back. All of these dogs are just dogs. Yeah. Come on down to Beowulf's House of Dogs, where we're just cool dogs. Dogs. Dog.
Woof.
Barf. It was very strange. I don't know what I was doing.
Dark Morford. Yeah, we've been thinking about that. Doing Blu-rays and stuff. Don't know yet, but I think we will be trying to offer. Going forward, I think we'll be trying to offer stuff in DVD or Blu-ray, as you choose. So. How accurate are everyone's Friday Night's characters to them in real life in terms of magic?
I'd say they're inspired by, but they're exaggerated versions thereof.
Like Alex in Friday Nights likes
Red.
goblins and red, and in real life he's more of like, he likes the whole sort of Mardu zone.
Yeah.
Cam really actually does like Storm. Kathleen really does like Demir colors, but everything's sort of like
Dialed up to 11 for comedic purposes.
it's like super exaggerated. Yeah.
The subtlety of like for example, like even though like we're all like super into like Demir and all of that stuff and everything, when we did the wacky draft at
Thanks, Frisky89.
Con Bravo, I think every single one of us ended up in green, and that's
not unusual for me.
No, but that's something that Friday Night's Kathleen and Friday Night's Cam would never do.
My first pick was a 5/5 with trample for 4.
See, that seems fine.
I'm in green now.
I did some sort of green, blue, white thing, which actually worked out better. Like, sort of had like perfect mana. Although I was playing a peregrination, which I was never not happy not to resolve. So there you go.
Only a few more in the full Kathleen commercial experience. C-Tab.
C-Tab.
Or Citabby?
Stabby.
C-Tab.
Hey everybody, are you looking for a good way to resolve your conflicts and you're just not a conflict person, you don't like talking to people and it just makes you a little awkward? Well, come on down to Citabby's House of Conflict Resolution. That's right, we'll teach you the best way to deal with conflict. That's right, and how do we do that? We just teach you to do the Citabby method, which is what we call the stabby method. That's right. You don't have to worry about getting flustered with words and all tongue-tied and nervous when you're trying to talk to somebody and explain to them that no, they can't fucking let their dog shit on your goddamn fucking lawn again. That's right. That's why you just fucking stab them. Come on down to Citabby's House of Stabbing today.
Wow. That went like da-da-da-da-da. Pongo Sapiens with an 18-month resub.
Pongo Sapiens.
Pongo Sapiens.
Let's see.
Some sort of off-brand stabist franchise. That's good.
Yeah, that escalated quickly. Well, I mean, it's a short commercial. You notice you guys didn't deny that Paul made it to the Pro Tour. No, Paul did not make it to the Pro Tour. The magic of television.
It's scripted. Had that kappa there, of course.
Yes, I know, but still. I'm moving out of Staffy's neighborhood for the sake of my dogs. Nice. All right. Pongo Sapiens. Hey, everybody, are you looking for a monkey pal to come around to your house and just maybe high-five you and play some video games? Come on down to Pongo Sapiens, House of Monkeys. That's right, we have a variety of monkeys for your rental pleasure. I mean, not like actual pleasure, like, come on, that's gross and weird, and just respect the monkeys and whatever decisions that they want to make with their own bodies. But if you want to rent a monkey to maybe surprise somebody, maybe just hang out at your birthday party. How cool would your birthday party be if you had beer and cake and a monkey? What is that monkey doing? I don't know, probably enjoying some cake. Don't give our monkeys beer, though, because you will lose your deposit. We do not appreciate that. Even if the monkey asks for a beer, do not give him a beer.
You'll lose your deposit, and the monkey will lose its lunch.
Well, you'll lose your deposit, and the monkey will make a deposit. But I
go.
can't tell you where the monkey
There
will
you
make the
go.
deposit.
On your carpet.
Probably a lot of places. Monkeys are terrible, and beer gives monkeys the shit. Come on down to Pongo Sapiens House of Monkeys. Rent a monkey, have some fun, stop giving them alcohol.
Pharmacist Judge says, Graham, if you did well enough at GP Vegas to actually make the Pro Tour, would you have changed the Friday night storyline? No, because we've been setting up the Paul going to the Pro Tour for a while, and that would have been too weird to change. Though it would have confused a lot of people. It's like, I thought that Paul was, what? Also, that would have been super annoying because we had to shoot.
Yeah.
We had to, like, shoot there, but whatever. Speaking of Commodore Hustle, what's the release schedule for that? There's no sort of set schedule. We're just doing 6 over the course of the year, but we did just shoot one.
Yeah, what's that, our 4th this year?
I think so.
Ooh.
So, we're a little behind sort of like straight up half, but...
We're working on it. They're coming. We took a few months to sort of get settled into the year, and then we're going to get all of that stuff done.
So that should be out, I don't know, in like a week or two?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Commodore Hustle. I'm really happy with how this Commodore Hustle turned out, by the way, too.
An opinion, by definition, cannot be correct or incorrect. So, I don't know what you're expecting. Bibit Noir with a 7-month resub.
Oh, Bibit Noir. I always do some sort of commercial or perfume commercial for this.
It's something, yeah.
Some sort of thing. 7 months. Well, you know what? Who's to mess with tradition, right? Bibit Noir. Hello, my name is Karl Lagerfeld. You might know me from my beautiful cat Choupette, who makes more money than all of you peasants because she is a beautiful cat, but more importantly, she belongs to me, Karl Lagerfeld. You can tell I am Karl Lagerfeld because I am wearing all black and have little fingerless gloves, and I design for Chanel, and I am so rich and fancy, just like my cat.
You sound just like him, so...
Oh, yes, this is a perfect Karl Lagerfeld impersonation. Anyhow, I am here to talk to you about the new perfume from Chanel, Bibit Noir. That's right. It is made of 100% enzymes extracted from the urine of my beautiful, fancy, expensive cat Choupette. That's right. You cannot touch Choupette because you are disgusting and poor, and I am wonderful and rich, and she is a beautiful cat. But now you can smell like her effluence, which is basically the best you could hope for. Bibit Noir from Chanel and Choupette.
Nice.
That whole cat thing is real. Look up Karl Lagerfeld's cat Choupette.
Yeah, Paul's streaming next. We've already said that.
Yes.
Tukiozi.
You don't need to time that person out. They're just very excited.
Well, they were doing some other stuff earlier.
Oh.
So, Kathleen.
Yeah.
Tukiozi with a 20-month resub.
Takiozi.
Tukiozi.
Let's see. Hey, let's see. When did Karl Lagerfeld start hosting CheckPoint? I know, it's
I
like...
don't know, where'd he go? He was just here.
It's like I'm a magician. He just takes on the appearance. Flawless accent, 10 out of 10. No, it smells like the cat's pee, which is so gross.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh.
Look, I'm making fun of rich people. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. There is a wine called... It's a wine from New Zealand. New Zealand being kind of a fun, exciting place where people are a little playful. There's a New Zealand wine called Cat's Piss on a Gooseberry Bush, which is like a Sauvignon Blanc, which is not my favorite kind of wine anyhow. It is not very good. But anyhow. Oh, cat emotes. All right. Takiozi. Hey everybody, are you looking for a delicious meal and you've been to Chef of Death and somebody died and you're like, I'm not okay with that and I don't want to come back? That's fine. Come on down to Takiozi's House of Gyoza. That's right, we've combined pierogies and gyoza. 2 ethnic dumplings together at last. That's right, delicious pierogies but now deep fried. And then, or maybe pan fried? Wait. We didn't think about this a lot, but you know what? Some of them have pork, and some of them have potato, and some of them have potato and pork. That's right. Takiozi's House of Pierogiozis. Yum! Come on down today. We'll get the kinks worked out, and nobody will die when you come in, so that's a selling point, right? We're right next door to Chef of Death. Look for the screaming and the ambulances.
They are kind of similar.
They are.
Yeah.
It's a different type of dough, but... Now I want gyoza. I'm hungry.
Okay. Ms79, this is why people think you're trolling, because you keep saying stuff like this. Popularity for paper magic is not in decline. I don't know what articles you claim to have found. I would appreciate you linking one of them, honestly. Because just saying, I googled MTG decline and there's lots of articles, doesn't mean anything. Paper magic is more popular now than it has ever been. It is gaining fans all the time. So I do not believe when you say that that is a fact. And that was the last commercial with the full
experience.
But we have a couple smaller ones. So let's go through these next 5 in the next couple minutes. Sandstorm Crow with a 2-month resub.
Can you do some Sandstorm?
Sure.
All right.
You absolutely may post a link, Maze. I would like to read this.
Hey everybody! Do you like the dulcet tones of Sandstorm? Well, then you're gonna love my new endless remix. My name is Crow, and I have made an 18-hour-long remix of Sandstorm. If you have ever wanted to drive your roommates wild, as in, like, wild enough to move out of the house, and maybe stop, like, letting monkeys shit on your couch because they rented a monkey, and then they gave it a beer and it pooed. What you need is my endless Sandstorm remix. Pipe that into your house, seal the doors, and just leave.
Good job. Sandstorm Crow, I don't know why. Anyway. Mind Mage with a 5-month resub.
Mind Mage. Hey everybody, are you wanting to be like cool like Jace the Mind Sculptor? Come on down to Mind Mage's House of Mind Sculpting. That's right, we'll teach you how to sculpt your mind. Into what shape? Any kind of shape. Like a truck, a brontosaurus, all sorts of things. It turns out your actual physical brain matter is extremely malleable, so why be a regular person when you can have a brain shaped like an anvil? Come on down today.
Utilitarian STFD, which I can't... We talked about this before. We talked about this. What does that mean? How did I forget this? I can't remember. Utilitarian with a 12-month resub. The 1 year.
Woo!
Woo!
For your, for our next trip, we'll remember what the STFD stands for. All right.
Right.
Shut the front door.
Thank you, Mamo. Thank you.
Right. Thank you.
Anyway.
All right. Hey, everybody. Do you need to shut your door? Come on down to Utilitarian STFD Shut the Front Door Learning Center. That's right, we'll teach you how to close your damn door. Were you raised in a goddamn barn? Jesus Christ, you're heating the neighborhood alternately in the summer, cooling the neighborhood. Shut the door already. Just do it.
The Fledgling Phoenix with an 8-month resub.
Hey, everybody. Actually, what am I going to do here? All right. Hey, everybody, are you looking for some magical supplies for your small child? Come on down to the Fledgling Phoenix's House of Magical Stuff. That's right. We've got a whole bunch of factory warehouse seconds. Stuff from all of the places, like Ollivanders, that they couldn't sell because it was dangerous. I mean, discounted. Come on down today and give your children a bunch of stuff that probably will not turn them into a thing. Goodbye!
The Frisky89, new subscriber. Welcome, Frisky89. No, you. Go ahead.
Frisky89. Hey, everybody, are you a fan of the show Frisky Dingo? This is all I got. Just deal with it. All right. Well, here's what you can do. You can. Oh, fuck. I have no idea. I'm sorry. 1 second.
It's okay. They don't have to be long. Don't forget.
I know.
So your argument that Magic is in decline is that over a year ago, Hasbro reported a Q2 decline in Magic profits
For the
in 1 quarter over a year ago.
for the kind of crummy Theros block.
Okay.
Okay.
This was a month before Magic 2015 came out. All right. I don't think that's enough to base an argument on.
All right.
Oh, Phoenix Miller linked to a Hasbro investor release from April. Things are looking good.
I mean, yeah. Magic sales will go up and down based on how popular the
Read
sets
the
are.
title. Mez, read the article. Don't read the title. Read the article.
I think he's.
Read the data in the article.
I think what we're having here is we've got a
Someone just linked it to you, man. Someone just linked you an April investor report from this April, from this year.
Here's the deal.
I don't know why you're so insistent on this. I actually don't know why you're trying to come into a chat room of people who like Magic and are trying to tell us that it's dying. I don't understand what you're getting out of this.
Here, some people really like to believe certain things because
Yeah,
it
but-
validates their worldview.
But why?
Okay, and I'm not saying that this person is like, but you know those people who believe in chemtrails a lot
Yeah.
because it gives them something to do, gives them purpose and vigor, and you can be like,
Fills them with energy.
it does. I mean, it fills me with energy because I hate them so much because they're so stupid. Because you can go up to somebody who believes in chemtrails and you can be like, look, I understand that you think this is happening, but there's a very reasonable scientific explanation for what this phenomenon is, and you can read proof here, and I can even introduce you to a scientist who will explain these things to you. And then you can go through point by point, and you can be like, and I'm not trying to be cruel or say that you're wrong, but this is the actual facts of how this works, right? Like chemtrails aren't a thing. We are thinking of as contrails, which is condensation, and then you could show them how that works.
But they
Right.
won't listen.
They will not listen to you because some people like to be, their beliefs are very important to them, and they're important enough that
That's
they will
hilarious.
ignore facts to the contrary because they are very, very focused, and it's a very big part of their identity and what they need to do.
Well, you saw
right?
how long it took him to find that article, and Preston HD just posted another article, also from the Meadery, that's a quarterly report from this year with Magic going up.
Yes.
And it's just like, okay.
So, like, the point being, like, sometimes you cannot reason with people, and you have to be like, okay, okay,
Have you welcomed
bye-bye.
Frisky89 yet?
No, I got distracted.
Okay, we should welcome Frisky89. Let's move on.
Hey, everybody. Do you sometimes get involved in pointless internet debates with people who just can't see the side of logic, even though that you're being a very reasonable person, and they're like, no, I think Donald Trump would make a good president, and you're like, no, for all of these reasons. You know what? Come on down to Frisky89's School of Internet Diplomacy, where we just teach you to be like, okay, we have a variety of retorts that will let you extricate yourself from a variety of ridiculous conversations, whether it be about earning reports that prove that companies that somebody has some sort of weird financial or emotional investment in are doing badly or poorly, or maybe just, about political leaders or conspiracy theories about jet fuel and steel beams. If you come on down to Frisky 89's classes, we'll teach you things like, wow, it seems like you have a lot of time on your hands. And the classic, sure.
We have a salt shaker downstairs that says that.
Yeah. So come on down today.
One of Cam's
Yeah.
One of Cam's 4 Bloodborne salt shakers that he got as a gift at Com Bravo. What are they again? It's camera please, sure, W/E, and fine. Fine. It's really good.
So this is like, seriously though, whenever somebody's like meh, 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 online, I'm just like, it seems like you have a lot of time on your hands.
And wait, one more sub. Wait, one more has just resubscribed for 4 months.
Woo! Hey everybody, are you trying to wrap up your subscriber commercials so you can go get some lunch? Well, hey, don't wrap them up just yet. Wait, there's one more. That's right. There's a last subscriber that ever shows up just like, hey, I missed the sub cutoff. For some reason, they're really good at that. And you know what? That's great. It seems like they have a lot of time on their hands, but sure.
Sure. Awesome. Welcome.
Yeah, not to actually diss you or anything like that. I was just trying to work it all
Thank
together.
you for your 4 months of support. Wait, one more.
Yes.
The ultimate troll sub. Love
yes.
it. Hey, thanks everyone for joining us today. Always enjoy a good checkpoint and game and discussion. And welcome to our new subs and resubs and new followers and everything. And don't go away, because like Paul said, if you stick around for another 20 minutes or so, Paul's going to be playing more Enslaved Journey to the West.
Yeah.
And then Beej is in tonight with... What game is Beej yelling at right now?
I don't actually think he's screaming at any Pikmin right now.
No, he's not screaming at Pikmin. He's screaming at some game, I'm sure.
Although when they announced there was going to be a new Pikmin game, I was like, Beej, guess what you get to scream at again? And he was just like, I've
look,
heard.
they've announced Beej yells at Pikmin 4.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game to us now.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we're going to take off. Thanks guys for watching.
Bye, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for your support. And thank you, everybody, for most of you being extremely reasonable people.
Going to run commercials on the way out. Appreciate it if you let those run. Helps us out a lot. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, everybody.